Hey guys, this is going to be another video in my series of free mods that you can do to the CRF450L or RL if you've got one of the 2021 bikes. And I've already done a video on my tail tidy mod that I did. I've done one on a DIY throttle tamer using the stock parts for the throttle, the skid plate mod, so that you can change your oil with your skid plate on. And this video is going to be the delete of the clutch switch and how to delete that clutch switch. Stay tuned. At the end of this video I'm going to show you a little bonus and where you can find a 10 amp accessory plug that Honda included on this bike so that you can run your USB chargers, heated grips, all that sort of stuff without having to run all the way back to the battery. So I hope this helps you out. Here we go. All right, on this mod, the wires that we're looking for are these wires that are coming out of your clutch right here, and they run down into the bike. Now what you may think you should do is just take that, cut it, splice those wires together, and be done with it all together. And you can do that if that's what you want to do, especially if you replace this clutch perch. You know, then you're not really worried about ever going back to stock. But if you ever are worried about going back to stock, or you just want to try it out without the clutch switch for a while and then maybe go back, you can actually access the end of this wire behind the headlight, and all you have to do is unplug it and plug it back into itself, and that takes care of that delete. So the first thing you do is take both the bolts out of the sides of the headlight. Don't worry about that screw right there. That is the adjustment for your headlight for your positioning of your headlight, high and low. Then when you pull up, out, and up, it's going to take a little bit of force, but that'll pop loose. And once you get it popped loose, you can lay the headlight forward. There is a little clip around a bundle of wires here, and you can unclip it. That'll get your headlight down out of the way. And then there's also a plug right here that plugs into this hole on the back of the headlight. And if you'll take a pair of needle nose pliers and just push either side of those clips right there in, that will pull it loose without having to unplug every wire on here or take any screws out. So just take that little plug loose. That leaves you this boot. So once you get your pliers and you get this unclipped, you can slide this bundle or this boot up out of the way and over top of it. And that's going to allow you to get to one of the plugs so you can take this headlight off and get it out of your way. So it's this plug right here. Just push in on it, pull it loose, and then the only other thing you've got is I believe this is a relay of some sort, and it's just held on by a rubber boot. And you can pull it, maybe you can pull it up and off and get it out of the way. The bundle of wires you're looking for is right here. Specifically, it's this wire right here that runs back up to the clutch switch, and it goes inside of here. So they have one of these convenient little zip ties that you can just push the tab in and pull it out of the way, and that's going to allow you to access this boot. If you'll grab yourself a pair of needle nose pliers, you can grab that boot and just kind of hold on to the wires, and once you get it started coming up past that little piece of foam, then it pulls out of the way pretty easy. So once you get this boot up and out of the way, the two wires you're looking for are these two right here, and specifically the two that run back towards the bike. Once you disconnect it, the wires that run towards the clutch switch are really kind of irrelevant, but you just pull them loose. You may have to get a pair of pliers and get a hold of it just so you make sure you don't damage them. And then the two that you want to plug back together are right here. And so these two plug back together inside that boot. Then you can pull the boot back down over top of all of it, tidy everything up, put your headlight back on, and that's got the clutch switch bypassed. Pretty simple, easy mod. told you I was going to give you a bonus at the end of this video, and here it is. If you'll remove your left side front plastics off the bike and look up right here just above the fan, there's a plug, and if you take a screwdriver and stick it in the back right there and push that tab forward, you can pull that plug off the bracket. This is a 10 amp switched accessory plug that Honda includes with the bike. So if you need to run heated grips, or just whatever accessory you want to run, rather than going all the way back to the battery with it and having to worry about it being switched, this will handle that for you. This is just a dummy plug in the front of it to keep water from getting in it. So if you grab a hold of that with a pair of pliers and then flip that little bracket up there, you can pull that out. And now you've got access to a plug. I'll include a link with information on where to get the female portion of this plug so that you can wire back into it and plug back in without having to cut these wires. But worst case, if you can't get the plug, all you got to do, snip those wires right there. You can solder and put some heat shrink back on them, and now you've got a 10 amp switched plug. So there you go, that's how you do the delete on the clutch switch. Once you do this mod, be careful. Your bike will turn over in gear and it'll lunge forward if you don't have that clutch depressed. So whatever your reasons for doing the mod on your bike, everybody's got their own individual reasons for it. Just be careful with it once you do it. I hope these videos are being helpful for you. I've got some more videos planned on free mods that you can do to this bike. If you're getting some benefit out of it, please subscribe to my channel, add a comment. Any feedback is appreciated. Everything helps the channel grow, and it helps me continue to do these videos. I've got some better audio equipment coming, and it helps pay for that sort of stuff so that I can improve the videos. But I really appreciate you watching. Hope they're helping you out. Have a great day and be safe riding.